they are rude people. They speak so loud. The winter is not for the winter. Listen to the laws. Do not make mistakes. Any small mistakes can land you back in your hometown, in Makuku, inside your house. Moving into Russia, download your Google Translator before you even land at the airport. Everyone likes talking about Russia and then the education, the language barrier, job opportunities, scholarship, and so on. Blah, 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 blah. But in this video, I'm going to share to you things you have to know before moving to Russia in 2026. So number one, we're going to dive into it, would be the fact that Russians are not rude. But at the same time, they're just direct. Russians are direct. They are not rude, they are direct. You know, the first impression matters a lot. Most people have this adage. First impression matters a lot, right? But when it comes to the Russians, my first impression about Russians, I felt that they are rude people. They speak so loud. Guess what? A Russian can be speaking to you so loud and they're telling you the sweetest thing. They sound loud because of their language. It's not their own problem. And then when it comes to public spaces, you hardly see Russians smiling back at you. They feel like there should be a reason why they should smile. Smiling without a reason seems fake to them. It's like fake love. Do you get me? When you encounter them for the first time, you might think that, oh my God, they are rude, they're not smiling back at me, blah, blah, blah. It's because you are not their friend. You are not close to them. You're a stranger. You don't expect someone to just be smiling and jacketing, smiling up and down like me. On the street, no. The conversations are straight to the point. You see a Russian for the first time, the person could ask you, are you married? Yes, my darling. Don't be shocked. Don't feel offended. You meet a Russian, they ask you, are you married? Do you have kids? You see a babushka, an old woman at a bus, in a bus, and then the woman goes like, Deroshka, ochi krasivaya, you're so beautiful. I'm translating to you. You're so beautiful. Are you married? I have a son that can marry you. Deroshka Vikaski, you're so beautiful. The friendly ones can be that way, okay? So they can be very, very straightforward when it comes. So when you're ordering things, when you meet maybe the delivery man, or you go to a store to get something, the way they talk to you, you might think maybe they are rude, but they're not rude. They're just like straight to the point. Number two would be language and barrier. That this topic is very, very relatable because I've been in Russia for 7 years. Language and barrier is a broad topic. I'll say, for your best interest, know Russian language. Try to know Russian language. You understand? Because within your university, maybe English-speaking university, right? You know, you can navigate your life, your school life with English language. But outside your university, the school environment, you want to go to the store, you want to do something outside, you're going to need Russian language. So it's best for you to use a Google Translator. That should be your best friend when you just locate Russia. Moving into Russia, download your Google Translator before you even land at the airport. Download Google Translator before landing so that if you don't even have internet, in fact, download Russian on that app offline so that in case you are stranded anywhere without internet or anything, any emergency, you can translate with that app, Google Translate. You need a translator app to help you if you're just, a new person or a new person in Russia. If you're just moving to Russia for the first time. Okay. So yeah. Because when it comes to language, the barriers you face will be that the fact that there are actually that some simple tasks you have to do that will be stressful, and basic things you have to do, maybe go to the store to buy something or do something, you just notice that it's difficult for you to navigate your life because you do not know the language. And then when it comes to job opportunities too, it's difficult for you to get job opportunities when you do not know the language. That's why it took me time to get the job I have right now. Another thing is that you become so dependent on people. Like, oh my God, I'm not with my friend that speaks Russian language. I can't communicate with people. That is an issue. You're not independent. You get me? So you need to know the language for you to be independent alone, for you to survive alone as an individual. Paperwork feels impossible. Russians love contracts. They love signing. They love paperwork. How? That's why I said the best advice for you is to have a Google Translator where you can translate the documents and then speak and then know what you're signing or any documentation when it comes to paperwork. And even when you go to places where you have to do some paperwork, some officials, they can be so annoying and rude if you don't know the Russian language. So it's better for you to go for such appointments with a friend who speaks Russian language that can translate to you and communicate on your behalf. So that's number 3. Let's go to number 3. The winter is not for the weak. The winter is not for the winter.
Terribly cold. I think minus what? I don't know. I think should be
okay. This 2026, and then you're seeing from the news and other other sources, blogs and everything. You can see that Russia right now is experiencing a crazy winter. Like this is the craziest over the years. Russia is one of the coldest countries on earth in the world. So it is cold. And currently, there are cities like Siberia, there are scopes, different cities who are having snowstorm, whereby the snow is covering up to the 15th floor of a building. Russia is very cold. Protect yourself. When you locate to Russia, whatever winter jacket you bought back home from your country, you have to buy the thicker one here in Russia, because the ones that sell in African countries are not very thick enough to protect yourself. You remember when you get to Russia, you have to wear warm clothes. Stay warm always. Wear your gloves. Take your vitamins. Stay safe. Get your balm, your rub, your balm, for cold. Get some things for managing yourself during the cold weather. Your vitamins and everything. Your cold, the balm, you need it. You need it. Clothing, always stay warm. If not, you're gonna fall sick. When I first came to Russia, I experienced change of environment, illness. I couldn't go to school for 1 month because I was I think for 2 weeks, because I was so cold and terribly cold. I mean, very cold. Russia is very, very cold. You see the way I'm talking right now? I put my jacket. I'm inside a cafe, but I still feel cold. It is cold. And there's heater on, but it is cold. Please take note of that. The winter is no joke. It's no child's play. Okay? That's on type shit. So, I don't want it about the winter. The day is longer than the night. The night is shorter. So from, let's say, what's the time? 4 p.m. it starts becoming dark. It starts becoming dark from 4 p.m. You see, 8 p.m. is very dark. Unlike the summer, where 8 p.m. is looking like 2 a.m. No, where 8 p.m. is looking like 12 p.m. Maybe it's 4 p.m. It is getting dark. So, know how to that. Learn how to walk. Hey, you will fall down a lot of times. That I guarantee you, my darling. In your African countries, there are no winters, right? I don't know of any African country that experience of snow, falling from the sky, snow falling from the sky. But here in Russia, the snow is very slippery. You have to mind your steps. Mind thy steps. Get good winter boots that have thick Like they have the sole of the boot. It's good enough. It's suitable for the weather. I'm gonna post pictures like you see on the screen. Okay, can you see here? This kind of shoes. You need good quality winter shoes. There are long boots that could cover to your ankle and that could cover to your knee, and then there are ankle boots and there are knee boots. It's guaranteed. There's no way you're gonna come to Russia and you're experiencing winter for the first time in any country where you're going to. Definitely if you're experiencing winter for the first time, you're gonna fall down. It is inevitable. Okay, so but be very careful. And for those people who are relocating to maybe through scholarship, you landed yourself at Siberia, one of the coldest city in Russia. The coldest city in Russia, yeah. You're gonna have frozen eyelashes. Yes, my darling. Like this. You get me, yeah? Like this. I don't know the direction of the pictures, but okay. Type shit. Russia runs documents. Russia runs on documents. Russia loves documentation. Like they're born for it. Registration, migration cards, residence permits, university documents. Hey, you will come across documentation that you require, even medical checkups. Documentation is very necessary. You will sign contracts. Like your hand will pain you because you are signing contracts. You're gonna sign contracts. You're gonna sign. You will go to sign. I'm trying my best this year not speak pidgin ever again because we have international audience here. But guys, you're gonna sign contracts. Like Russians love documents so much, and you have to take it serious. Your documents. Do not make mistakes. Listen to the laws. Do not make mistakes. Any small mistakes can land you back in your hometown, in Makuku, inside your house. You understand me, yeah? So, don't miss a deadline. Your registration is expiring, your visa is expiring. Make sure it is up to date. Check it. Put your reminder on your phone. Make sure you do not forget when your visa is expiring, when your passport is expiring, when your registration is expiring. You have to renew them. If not, you're going back home. Be very careful of what you sign. If you don't know the documents, what they wrote on that document, or if they give a document and you don't know what is written on it, make sure you translate with an app, or take a friend with you, or an advocate, a lawyer. Make sure you are aware before you sign any document. Some people have signed documents that have led them to jail. Some people have signed documents that have put them in trouble because they do not know the language. You're signing a contract regarding your university. Oh, I shall, yeah. You sign. If you have any issue coming up later, you signed your destiny on that paper. Make sure, especially when it comes to jobs, they always take advantage of foreigners. Make sure check what you're signing. The job description shows that they're going to pay you $1,000 monthly, and then check the document. They may put $800. Check it. Ask questions. Be curious. Ask questions. Why is it 800? Is that not what you said in the job vacancy? Why is it this? So they do not scam you. Please be very careful. Okay? Be very, very, very careful. Always remember to keep copies of your passport translate. You have to do a translation of passport. They'll translate your passport to Russian language. Keep these documents with you. Keep these documents with you. Your immigration card, always take your passport along with you when you're going out every day. Take your passport with you. So if police stop you anywhere, you can present your passport to you. Okay? And then make sure you don't lose any of your document. Try. Russians don't steal. I will beat that with my chest. I've never experienced Russians. No matter how your things get missing, it finds a way to get back to you. People don't steal here, literally. So I don't know in other cities, but where I stay, they do not steal. Respect deadlines for your own good, so you don't for skills yourself. Racism. I've spoken about racism in different videos, but I'm gonna say it again. Of course, racism exists in Russia, but it is not compared to previous years. A lot of Russians, okay, due to I've said in previous videos, due to past trauma experiences with blacks or with Africans, so they just have a kind of behavior towards Africans. But the younger generations, the Gen Z, they are eager to know Africans. They are eager to date Africans. They're eager to be friends with you. So racism exists, but not too much. Maybe in workplaces and everything, but currently now, I would say racism is not very rampant like before, because most people want to be friends or relate with Africans, right? Because they are very curious. They want to know why is your hair long? Why do you have beads on your hair? Why do you use so gorgeous? What foundation do you use for your skin? Why is your skin so smooth? Oh my God, why is your skin dark? Why do you have ashy skin? Why do you? They're curious. They're not being rude. They just want to know what is going on with you. Do you know that there are some Russians who haven't seen blacks before in their life? In some cities, you experience these things. So when they see, maybe you go to cities that are more small, like my city in Kuksk. When I first came here 7 years back ago, I've seen Russians. They look at me like, oh my God, that is a black lady. You get me? Or look at my beads now that I don't see. They're very classic. It is very African, right? Oh my God, how do you put beads on your hair? Can you make my hair for me? Some of them want to even make the hair you have on your head. Okay? We have African Kasichki. What's it called? I made a documentary about it coming soon. Hopefully it is out already. It's out already, or it's about to be out by the time you see this video. So yeah. So most of them are ignorant. They want to know more about African cultures. Most of them have ideas that all African countries, all Africans are poor or whatever. So there's a stereotypes about Africans. So okay. Yeah. So there's no racism like before. Yeah. Violence is very rare in cities. Sometimes you experience sexual assault as a black woman. I'll speak about that separately in a video, and precautions regarding that, traveling and all. But I'll say it is not only few people. It affects the African women more. I don't know from the African men perspectives. I think a lot of Russian girls want to be with them. Of course, our men are so. No, African men are just oh my God. You get me, yeah. You know what I mean. The African men are just like, they're too sweet. I'm so sorry, but the black man, the melanin man, there's a way. Social life takes time. The social life in Russia is crazy. It takes time. Let me explain to you. Making friends in Russia is not easy. Maybe because of the language barrier. But when you meet friends, Russians don't have small talks. They want to talk big. They want to hear about your plans. They want to hear about your goals. They want to hear how motivated you are. Do you get me? Yeah? So they hardly invite strangers into their lives. They're very careful to invite strangers into their life. When they get to know you, they associate themselves. They turn you to family. They want to talk to you. They want to know more about you and everything. And they don't open up quickly, right? No. The younger ones don't open up quickly, but you see the older ones, hey, they gossip. You will say a babushka. Babushka is a grandmother in English language, right? A babushka will tell you how her son went to the war, how her son, maybe she lost a child or something, or how she has a son that's going to get married to you. A lot of times I see the older Russian women, they'll talk a lot. They're like, oh my God, look at her hair, look at her body. The one time someone came to me, oh my God, it's your bum bum. It's your body plastic. I'm like, no girl, I'm I'm African, not plastic. Oh my God, your lips are round. That's so sexy. I have a son to marry you. Just for the women, the girls, okay, the African girls. You're gonna see a lot of babushkas that want you for their son. Literally, the babushkas that are so interesting. Even at the airport, when I traveled to Kazakhstan on my way back to Russia, I met a woman in the, like, she was my seat partner in the plane, and she was talking so much about our family. They can tell you about a lot of things, that traumas and everything. That is for them, the women. But the men don't really they're not quick to talk about their personal life, except maybe they like you. If they like you, they're gonna tell you about the divorces. They're gonna tell you how much they want to be with you. I think the Russian men, they have something for the African girls, so I can't say. Russia is very cheap. Russia is very cheap and very expensive. There are cities that are very expensive, and there are cities that are not expensive. But I think accommodation has skyrocketed over the years, especially during the conflict, from the onset of the conflict between Russia and Ukraine. So accommodation in my city is getting more expensive. So rent can be affordable, but you know, if you want an affordable rent, you're gonna live in a very old apartment. Yeah. Transportation is cheap, but it is getting expensive. They're increasing. I don't know why. And then importing goods can be very expensive. I own a perfume business, and trust me, it is so expensive importing goods. 1,500 per kg. 1,500 rupees per kg. That is ridiculous. So here, African Foods International brands, importing items to Russia is very expensive. You are gonna change as a person. You gonna change. You're gonna be more independent, you know, emotionally strong. Like you have no choice than to be strong emotionally, literally. So you're gonna be like less entitled, you know, more independent, more disciplined, and you know, even self-development is gonna happen naturally, because you're learning a new language, you're learning how to live alone as an adult in a new country, especially for those of you who are students. So definitely, Russia is a nice country for you to relocate to in 2026. So, and one thing I will tell you, closing this, like a closing remark right now would be that Russia will discomfort you. You yourself have to make your own self comfortable in Russia. Literally. You understand? Russia will challenge you. Russia is gonna challenge you. Especially the language barrier, you're gonna be challenged. See, Russia cannot adapt to you. You're the one that have to adapt. You understand? You're gonna adapt to the rules of Russia. You understand me? So here, and please, Russia is not Moscow. It's a big lie. Russia is very big. Moscow and St. Petersburg are the major, most popular cities in Russia, and they're very big, right? So they're more modern and international. Like people know them, people come there to visit for vacation and everything. But there are small cities. In small cities, it's very different. Small cities like the place where I live, you know, you see low quality or less quality infrastructures or roads, or let's say what's it called again? It can never be like Africa, my dear. It can never be. The roads are better, please. Yeah. There's some cities that the road is actually bad, and then apartments, you see old buildings and everything. So Moscow and St. Petersburg is more modern, but there are smaller cities, there are a lot of cities. There are more than 20 cities in Russia. More than. I can't even list, you understand me? So be open-minded and choose where you want to go to. Choose the city you want to go to. Okay? Different cities, different things you're going to see there. So lastly would be, not everyone will succeed. That's the hard truth. They had truths that not everybody that comes to Russia is gonna succeed. Not everybody is gonna succeed in Russia. Literally. So you have to know this at the back of your mind, and then choose your faith. Choose that faith. Follows God's will for yourself. Follows God's will for your life. You understand me? Because people are gonna feel due to few things that I've mentioned previously. Let's say the language. You don't know Russian language, you're bound to fail. These are the issues I passed through for the past 1 year and 6 months since I graduated. Right now I'm learning Russian language. My life has started getting better and I have a better paying job. Can you imagine? Because I know the language right now. Okay? And then people isolate themselves from information. That's why they're bound to fail. You cannot go to a new country without having a community, without asking questions, feeling like you can do everything by yourself. No, you need people around you. You need to ask questions. You need guidance. Okay? People fail because of this issue. Another thing with the education rules, it's very, very crazy. Like, it's very critical here. Very important here. You can't disobey the laws of the nation where you live. It's not your father's house. You're living in another country. Stick to the rules and abide by the rules. Okay? And then people expect luxury. They expect soft life. It's not your father's house. Your father did not build a mansion for you in Russia for you to come and sit down. No. You're gonna hustle. Life is not luxury. If it's a cleaning job that you see, take it. If it's a washing plate, take it. There's nothing like no. If you want to do 3 shifts, you want to. So when you can put food on your table and live comfortably, you're gonna be okay. There's nothing for processing or competition. You're on your own. Do you, my darling? What I know about Russia is that Russia rewards discipline. If you're disciplined, adaptation again, you can adapt to Russia. You can adapt to the country. The rules and everything, you are bound to succeed. Patience, your name has to be patient to go for some call. Your name has to be patient. You understand? So you will learn to grow in Russia, and then Russia will literally change your life in general. You understand me? If not, it will break you. Is either Russia changes your life or breaks you. The ball is in your court. The fate is in your hands. Choose that for it. Okay? So that's all, guys. And then, if you live in Russia, please comment your experience below. If you've lived in Russia for the past 3 years, comment your experience below. If you agree with what I said so far, comment below. If you agree, comment below. If you just relocated, please tell us about your experience so far. And see you in our next video. If you watch this video and you enjoy videos like this where I talk about experiences in Russia, true experiences in Russia, definitely you should subscribe to this channel. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And see you in the next video. I'm your girl, Ogechi Amanda, and bye. Is it Daniel? I just wanted to flaunt my germs. My teeth germs. Okay. My teeth gemstones, glitters, crystals, whatever.